Hey everybody, Mr. Solomon here. Cool Sam is another word for it. And welcome to a bit of a reimagining of an old series. Let's turn this up a little bit. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the past, I started a guide on Dragon Saga. Said guide helped out many for lower levels. Well, the guide is outdated, slightly. Here's my savage. He's gone through a lot. Here's my summoner from a live stream that I did also, both of which filled up a bit of a niche for the 1 to 70 filler. But at the time I started the Newbie guide, a lot of stuff had changed in Dragon Saga. Several big name updates came, and I started the game horrifically overpowered. Additionally, its recording quality in the early parts was terrible. So, we're here today to start anew. Okay, so Dragon Saga has access to 2 races, humans and Dragonkin. The Dragonkin race is, however, locked until you have a human character level 20. This isn't hard to do. You'll do this in a few hours if you want to start with the Dragonkin right off the bat. Just make a human character, level it to 20 really quick. You don't even have to do all the quests, but it helps speed things up. The Dragonkin has 2 classes, Twin Fighter and Summoner. They're more for experienced players to set up and learn. Hell, making a summoner myself was a bit intimidating at first until I got some insightful tips from a number of experts on the class. So we're going to be making a human. Okay, so we have classes that we can work with. First off, the warrior. The warrior, as you can see by his armor, is a blade-wielding class. It wields a sword into battle. Its skills are mostly up close and personal, and are normally not as, and he's usually all around in the attack and defenses. His options at promotion are Knight and Gladiator. Knight is more of a defensive fighter that utilizes quick chain skills. However, he boasts more in the attacking and counter-attacking department, utilizing super armor and quick combos to mess with your opponents. Gladiator is more of an offense over defense type class. It wields a 2-handed sword, and its skills are more designed for dealing way more damage, but in exchange for having lack of survivability and having a bit of a high risk reward playstyle. Magician is the mage. Their attacks are magical based, they utilize a staff. The 2 options for them are Priest, a class that in concept is a healer support type, but also has a means of good DPS, and Sorcerer, which is more of a damage dealing type mage with smaller support. Archer utilizes the bow and arrow and becomes a hunter or a marksman. The hunter is more of a beastmaster type archer class, utilizing animal based attacks as well as types of traps and nets in order to mess with the opponent and apply status inflictions. They're pretty good in the disruption and support department because of that. Whereas marksmen are more of the crossbow wielders. They're good more for damage dealing and lack the crowd control, but they hit hard, very hard. Pretty popular class. Thieves, which I started with in the original Newbie guide, they wield the claws, and they're all about up close and personal with quick, high risk damaging tactics. Their class options are the Bandit, which keeps the claws and utilizes a series of rapid damaging close-up and personal skills, and the Infiltrator, which utilizes more of a assassination type damage with high hitting skills that inflict crowd controls and such, as well as frequent use of critical hits. These aren't the best explanations, by the way. You'll get a real feel for it if you play with if you play each one and get a general idea of which one you like. So, I held a straw poll in the Dragon Saga Discord to pick which of these classes I want. I chose between 3 classes I wanted to do for this new newbie guide. That was a thief, again, going into the infiltrator, into an assassin, and eventually a ninja. Sticking with my original main, the warrior, into gladiator, finally the Myrmidon, and lastly the overlord. And the one that pretty much won this poll, because I'm not about to say I rigged it by voting for one I didn't want, for one of them over it. I'm gonna be making a mage, and it's gonna be going into wizard, and eventually sorcerer. Let's get to it. Anyways, the character creation does have a few previews. You can preview a basic cash set. I don't even think you can get this set, or rather you can, but it's not good. What a standard set piece bonus looks like for each class. Like, the warrior will have something like this, the archer will have something like this, the thief will have that. And lastly, advanced is more for later game sets that are exclusive to dungeons. This one they show is a set that's available at level 35. Looks pretty good. So, we're going to be making our mage. Now, I hadn't thought of a name, but I'm going to keep to a similar naming convention. I'm going to keep to a similar naming convention that I did in the original. And we're going to go with an old classic. I had an old friend from a rival guild who called me this a lot, out of irony. We're going to make it female. Why? Because she's adorable. Look at those eyes. And besides, when have you ever not heard of a male mage making a female character? There's also a bit of a hidden reason for this. It's something that unfortunately is a bit exploitative, but I will tell you about it now. And it's the fact that female characters have something with attack animations that makes them go by a little faster. I don't know if this is true or not. It's true in warriors cases and in some other classes, but it's the reason a lot of people make female characters. So don't believe a girl is actually a girl. As we know, as we say in the internet, girl is an acronym. That looks good. Let's create it. Let's get started. The name is currently in use. I bet some Sky member took that. Okay, let's just name it after my summoner. Yeah, then my summoner's name is Twee. Let's name it... Oh, that sounds stupid. There. Wow. Christ almighty. I can only blame myself. 4-letter names are very popular because the staff no longer allows 3-letter names. So, let's get started. Now it's going to ask you when you create a new character to make a tutorial, to enter the tutorial. I would recommend this. It does teach you a bit of the game's mechanics, and we'll go through it together. Oh, right. Intros.
Long ago, a mighty god created the world of Dragoni I.
It's Dragon Saga. Copyright. We don't want that banned.
The skies above. The universe was in balance.
Yeah, that's what they said.
But humanity could not live in peace, and the dragons were drawn into war.
Oh, that guy looks sick. Look at that pink guy.
Until an alliance of champions stepped forth. Wielding elemental powers, they emerged victorious.
Yeah, that was why Demolition had to be removed. It was a little too imbalanced because of that.
But one among them, Elga, lusted for the power of the 5 elements.
There's only 4 now.
After 1,000 years, they returned to begin a new war. From the darkness five heroes arose to claim the elements. United, humans and dragons defeated the evil.
I think you skipped the part where Paris betrayed them for the eternal youth and to save her dead sister, but...
Balance returned.
Speaking of which, why is it always 1,000 years?
For a time. The lands of Dragoni are rich in magic and myth. Over the course of centuries, many heroes have created legends of their own.
Yeah, one of them's a weirdo who named himself Cool Sam. I hate that guy.
With swords and brave hearts.
Well, why did I go and explain all this when they can do it for me?
Artifacts and channels for their skills. Swift archers roam the forests, using trees, tracking elusive beasts. Crafty thieves prowl the city streets, emptying pockets, deep into shadows, and giving.
This is way too anime. I remember watching this the first time in 2009. I was like, I couldn't understand a word the guy was saying. Because the music was just too loud.
Proved stronger than his chains.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Now
sure.
Dragoni's heroes must travel to distant lands. An alliance of champions gathers to battle Elder's forces, but the Dragon Fellowship is not complete until you join us.
Well, sorry that I riff-tracked the Draconica opening. Entering tutorial mode. Dragon Saga is a game centered around the keyboard. Alright. So like they said, much of this game is keyboard-based. In fact, the mouse is only really used for some menu navigation. So this is the Continent of Wind. Which way do we go? Said the mage female that sounded like a 30-year-old man. This seems to be the way to the town. Alright. Let's head in that direction and look for the town. Okay. This must be the direction to the town. Let's head to town first. Huh? Master, please, wait for me. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Your guide for this first, 10 or so levels. Newbie. There you are, Newbie. Yeah, you. Let me introduce myself first. I am the Secretary of the Dragon Lord. I am called by the glorious name, Pororing. From now on, I'll tell you the reason why I came here to meet you, so please listen carefully. Oh crap, I forgot, that's what happens when you use space to go through these. Okay, so, Dragon Lord predicts that, Dragon Lord had some prediction that a new hero would arise to come to the Continent of Wind to prevent the resurrection of Elga, who had disobeyed the Dragon Lord, who is the god of dragons. Elga might throw the human world into a world of darkness without light, like he did before. That's why the Dragon Lord came to this world, to find the foretold hero who can battle with Elga, even though Elga's already been, slam dunked into a black hole by, 200 people now. You know what I'm saying, right? I am the chosen hero. Well, I want to be born again as the right hand of the Dragon Lord by raising a great hero who will be able to seal up Elga again. And you're reaching for the skies. Let's go to the nearest village first. Try moving forward by pressing the right arrow on the keyboard. Okay, so Dragon Saga is a 3D side-scrolling beat-em-up style MMORPG. Holy crap, I'm slow. Anyways, bit of a tip. You can zoom out by using the mouse wheel. They don't tell you this. Secondly, you can angle the camera with the right mouse button. Some people prefer to play with this top-down perspective like this. They say it's much better for seeing everything around you. I play it like this. Again, I have no idea which is better. Anyways, let's move. And let's jump. So there's a bit of platforming in this game. There's quite a bit of it. It happens more commonly than the end game. If you double tap right quickly, you dash. Simple as that. And you can utilize this jump pad, which is actually supposed to tell you about jumping. And then a bit of a tip they tell you here: if you dash quickly and jump, you dash jump. It goes much farther than a normal dash. It It costs a little bit of mana to dash each time, so be careful with that. Huh? What's that sound? Reporting said. You hear that? What? Someone's running over there. Look, I wonder what's going on. I don't know. Class is out for recess, as evident by all these kids sounding like kids. It looks like the I can never get over that face. That's like everyone's avatar. It looks like the townspeople, but they're all running away from something. There seems to be something big going on there. Let's go talk to that girl on the ground. Don't worry, lady, I'll save you, said the little girl with a man's voice. Please help me. There's some wolves attacking people at the town entrance. If they're not stopped, they'll get into town and hurt everyone. Please help. Lady, don't worry. It's a town in Dragon Saga. There's a bunch of level 80s AFK in it. No reason to hesitate. Let's go. Okay, you can speak to NPCs with the space button. They did this one automatically, so let's move. Alright, town security, what do we got? Don't worry, the Varrock guards are worse. Anyways, did you see that? One of those wolves just slapped a guard. He didn't even claw him, he just pimp slapped him. That's the wolf that Gina told him about. Well, let's go to help. Okay. He's going to teach us about the basics of combat. X is the standard key for basic attacks. Some classes also have... there's another mechanic I'll go into in a second, towards the end of this video. Let's attack. There's also a skill you can use. They start you out with one early on. Whoa, what are those? More wolves. Wow, there's more wolves than we thought. Maybe we need to do more than just a basic attack, huh? That's right, time to use your skill. We automatically set a skill to the A button. The skill they set is not good, by the way. Most of the classes' skills like that are replaced relatively early. Okay, let's just... oh, right, you don't... And with that, we have leveled up and... oh wait, we need that water. Congratulations on a level up. We get 20 skill points every time we level up. Later on, there are more benefits to leveling up when you hit 40 and 60 respectively. But don't worry about that right away. Anyways, they opened up the skill tree for us. As you can see here, you can learn a plethora of skills, and they're also previewing the skills at level 20 for each of the different classes to help you decide. There's a number of skills we can get. For now, we're going to get this air combo launch early on, because it's a good skill to use. There's a lot of skills here that I'll tell you how to skip and such. I have some experience with sorcerers, just not that much. Anyways, thank you, Master Magician. Here, a little token of the appreciation. He's going to give you some health and mana consumables and a helpful gift box. If you've played most MMOs, you know that they give you these early game gift boxes that give you benefits. He's going to tell us to speak with the mayor, Don Morgan. So, this is the end of the tutorial. Let's go. So, let's view the little opening cinematic. If it will load. There it goes. Yeah, these, every time you first enter a town, it plays a quick little cinematic teaching you about how the music in this game is so loud for these scenes. Well, the map doesn't even look like that nowadays. Anyways, it's just previewing something that this region specifically has. Bit of a hint, you can press N to open up the minimap. You can press Tab to also showcase map entrances and search for specific NPCs. You were looking for a guy named Don Morgan. Since it's a hero quest, you can tell the big blaring question mark right there. Oops, wrong button. Anyways, welcome to Odelia, the starting town of the game. Well, let's very slowly flutter around the ground towards Don Morgan. Even though it's going to take me my whole life. Anyways, yeah, the early game starts out slow in the movement, but don't worry, you'll end up finding means to boost your speed immensely. So anyways, oops. I keep doing that. I'm a bit used to, like, blazing through these quest texts. Anyways, his daughter has gone missing, and there's a link between the monsters and the wolves. the monsters have been arriving, and Leela's disappearance. So, let's enter the Windia Plains, the first of Dragon Saga's field maps. Alright, now we're at the field where notorious monsters roaming around. These used to be peaceful and everyone lived together, but later scary things have happened. Animals' plans have changed and they seem to be against us. Well, you have me with you, so don't need to worry. There's no such strong monsters around here yet. Let's defeat monsters by pushing the X button and the attack buttons. Okay? Bravery and might. Okay. Here's the emergency rescue agent, John. He seems to have an idea of where Leela is. Yep, that's her alright. Seems from this, there's no serious problem yet. There's still hope. Good. He's going to tell us to go speak again with Alvin. He is a sage in the city. He'll give us some mana potions and some additional gear. So, we got some early gear. This is the equipment interface. You can see that there's plenty types of different gear you can use. The IM gear is also, basically, there's item mall variations of gear that are stronger. Like this mage right here has. We can put on this gear right here and it'll give us some basic defensive stats. Let's go back to town real quick though. Even though we could just go into a mission and get some early levels, I prefer to go by the quests. Let's talk with this old man. Now, this guy actually has a bit of an interesting mechanic if you're playing with friends. First off, let's go here. I'll explain this in a second. The old man here will have a feature called friend points. If you add friends in game and you're in party with them and fight monsters together, you'll get friend points. Different NPCs here can exchange those friend points to XP. You can build up a lot of these over the course of the game and then exchange them for a ton of XP. Just keep in mind it's very expensive. Anyways, let's talk to him for the next quest. He's going to tell you to talk to Don Morgan to see where his daughter is. So let him know his daughter has been located. But we need to go retrieve her. Okay. We're also getting a ton of XP for this. So, it's stated that there's a mission that she's located in the Windia Plains mission mode. We are going to get a better staff and some potions for our trouble. So let's go over this. In a lot of MMOs, you'll get these little gift boxes. They contain tons of helpful tools to help you early on. This first one will give us a ton of potions, mana and HP based, the level 5 box, and these things, Phoenix Feathers, which revive you to prevent XP loss. If you die in the game, you'll warp to the nearest town that you've saved your location at, and you'll lose some experience in exchange, and also some of your gear will get damaged, which will have to be repaired if it gets too low. Anyways, you can use the shortcut button to cut to mission maps much easier, but it's better to go by their lobbies because some of them have different things. This vending machine, don't use it. The coins are not your regular money, they're Gata coins, and they don't even give you that many good items, so avoid those. Mission maps are areas in the game with stronger enemies than the normal area. They're scaled appropriately to level, and you go through a series of different maps, and then face a boss at the end. There's two variations, F1, normal mode, and F2, chaos mode. Chaos mode's not available till like level 20, so don't worry about finding these. I'll go over them when I go over them. Every mission map has a ranking system. At max ranking, when you get the top 3, you'll get special reward items. Sometimes this can even be very good equipment. The scenario mode, F5, we'll go over later. It's usually like some end of area level quest, usually much higher level. They're typically 1 or 2 maps, and then you face the boss one last time to finish it off. Anyways, it's going to tell you to do 1 map. The quest will finish if you do 1 map. However, if you're like me, you want to maximize efficiency and gain as much level as you can. So don't be afraid to do some 3-map missions when a 1 map works fine. Master, the mission field is a very dangerous place. They even have their own boss monster until you gain enough strength and... Yeah. He's trying to tell you that... maybe it's a good idea to get a party before going into mission maps. I got nothing to fear. Look at this. These are just woodies. Woodies have become synonymous as sort of mascots of Dragon Saga, and they're some of the best guys you have. Alright, we found ourselves a better damaging skill. Let's just bully these adorable little stump people. What's the worst that can happen? Their leader's going to be discovered to be a producer of the game and ban me. I bet he has a weird mustache, too. So, we're leveling up quite quickly now, as expected in the early game. Mission maps, now you can see in the bottom right corner, I am doing rather poorly. That's because mission maps have some sort of mechanic to them. This is actually a very important skill. Get our obligatory, horrifyingly cheap heal over time. Now, missions grade you based on your performance by utilizing a mixture of skills and attacks, as well as killing enemies from either attacking them and counterattacking, or killing them from behind, etc. It's hard to do it when you just have the X key, which is why early levels, this ranking thing kind of doesn't matter. So, that's the first map cleared in about 2 minutes. Got some wolves now. Let's just, leveled up again. We're starting to rank up much better in these missions. We'll get this skill level 2 next. Watch out, some of these enemies will shoot projectiles. There's typically a theme that one of the enemies will be like melee based and the other one will do more damage when he shoots projectiles at you. Don't want to get hit there. We're still a little squishy. Still scaled to level 2, so I'm killing them rather quickly and still getting good XP. And we're ranking up much faster now. Rank up goes from F to triple S. It's best to clear these with S to triple S rank, usually, as they're much better for the sake of gaining experience and going through more rewards. There's also a special reward that's useful, and welcome to bonus stage. Bonus stage is typically a quick battle gauntlet. You just gotta beat the monsters as fast as humanly possible within a short time limit. Later in the game, these become really easy to clear, but early on they can be a little challenging. So hopefully I can beat this fast enough. It won't be difficult when I get to the end because there'll be like special monsters that you have to fight that if you kill them. Anyways, at the end of it there's a stronger monster. As you can see here, he's super armored, so we can't really use our standard combo against him. Neat thing about chain combos here, you can kind of kite when attacking when you're a mage. Gates go down and open up. Come on, open up, open up, open up. These chests will drop potions. Typically they'll also drop like special reward chests and keys. Anyways, we got our our boss here, Vagabond. Vagabond is a giant white wolf. He has quite a bit of HP in comparison to a normal monster. He can shoot tornadoes with his claw swipes, so he's much stronger. You might recognize him from the trailer. A lot of these mission bosses can be flinched and launched somewhat, but they have a bit of a heavier weight, so they're harder to air combo. Also, I'm not using all my... I haven't, allocated my SP yet. Come on. Come on. You can down attack opponents by holding down and X. For some classes, this is really good because the animation goes quickly. For mages, not so much. At least early on. Classes I'm going to don't really use this, but this is good early on for just wailing on bosses that can be launched like this. This would have recommended like a 4-person party, but anyways, we've beaten him. We've gotten achievements. Yes, there are achievements in this game. And he's now whimpering for mercy. And we've completed a pretty difficult achievement, or an easy achievement early on. Fly like a butterfly, which is to beat a mission without taking damage. I don't know if there's any specific criteria. We got the level 10 Magician set pants. Quite lucky of us. We'll save those for later. Every mission map drops these rainbow packs, which give a bit of extra money. We'll use this. It gives us some Gata coins and more Phoenix feathers. And let's allocate some more of these skill points. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to be lazy and use this Puff Tower to warp back to Odelia. Puff Towers cost money to warp to any specific mission map or dungeon lobby in the game. So they're useful for that. And let's complete our quest. We need to enter the Wolf's Lair to complete the scenario mode. He's too old to do it himself. Let's equip this Superior Mana Staff. We'll keep this Junior Staff for later, despite the fact that it's not so useful anymore. Our next box isn't available until level 10, so we don't have to worry about that. And we can also warp to the Windia Plains mission for 50 copper. I've appeared to have some graphical glitches. Please do not pay attention to that. It just sometimes happens on map change. It'll be fixed eventually. Okay, let's save this little girl. And this dog has serious guts. Oh. Hey! Yeah! Chase that wolf! She must be Leela. We have to save her. Let's heal up a bit. Okay, we got a stronger weapon. Let's see what it can do. It's just, we gotta clear through all these monsters as fast as we can. In scenario mode, you don't have to worry about ranking, so fight the monsters and kill them any way you want. Try and be as fast as possible. Level this up. You get this yet? No, that's a level 10. That's not really useful. Just This isn't really useful also, but neither is this one. We'll save this. Sometimes with your skills, you'll find that you'll be in a scenario where nothing looks good. This is more so true when you're experienced with how your future skill build is going to look at level like 20 or 40 or something. So you'll know how to save SP for the later, more important skills. Well, this is awkward. Anyways, who's this crazy old kook? Well, he seems to have backup. Had backup. PETA is gonna hate me for this. So we have our first scenario boss. Oh, he hit us. That could be intimidating. You know, the Vagabond was an intimidating boss. Anyways, Scenario F Vagabond, just fight him the same way you fought him in the mission. He's just going to have stronger minions, because this mysterious scientist seems to have given him some backup. Come on. I liked it better when bosses had super armor. They were actually challenging. Anyways, we've kicked this wolf man's butt. Now, to confront the scientist. Little girl. Oh, he seems to have a plan. I don't remember evil scientists turning into that. Well, at least she's free. Mission clear. We're going to be done with the regular Windia Plains. He is grateful. He is grateful. And has given us some final bits of equipment. Let's put them on. Look at our adorable not matching hood. You know what? You can click this checkbox to hide gear. There, now we match. Anyways, he's going to tell you to talk to Alvin to give you something important, which is this book of guidance. Let's do that really quick. Let's assess the situation. Boring. Luckily, we saved Leah, but Leela doesn't seem to be the end of this. Even though monsters have been living here, there's been no incident like this in the time that we humans had to take action. That weird old man, who was that guy? Oh well, can't be possible to be done if we just stay here. Let's just talk with Alvin, as Don Morgan suggested. So, we're done with this first mission in the game. Pretty nice. Let's return back to Odelia. Yes, I am lazy. You'd be lazy too if your movement speed was 150. Anyways, he's going to give us some experience and the Book of Guidance. The Book of Guidance is, well, it tells you a lot about the game mechanics. Dungeons, producing items, blend, like, element mode stuff, mission modes for how to get higher ranking, create a guild, enchantments, soul crafting, equip achievements, and all that. I'll tell you how to do most of this stuff. We're not level 10 yet, we can't use that. Anyways, for achievements, just go to your journal, and there's a lot of different categories. A lot of them become available naturally. We're going to equip Fly Like a Butterfly just for the extra mana and ability and magic attack. Anyways, let's talk to the old man again, and he'll tell us to produce a smelly wolf claw from an ember wolf somewhere in the advanced Windia Plains. Starting our next mission map. Don Morgan also has a quest to teach you about the production system, which is to take misc materials and make them into various other materials which can help you in battle, or heal you. Not necessary. But I think for now, we're just going to end this off. Next time, on the Dragon Saga Newbie Guide, we will head to Advanced Windia Plains and go over some other basic mechanics as we investigate the mysterious old scientist. See you guys next time.